Okay, getting the first pick. Get 3, Pyro, get 3 with the
Wait, kid, putting on a clinic? Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Let's drop the beat.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the BeatDrop. We are just having a grand old time tonight, halfway through, well, almost halfway through the season, but halfway through our beat drops for this season, unless we start making more, and then might pull my hair out. I'm not for certain. But tonight, at our halfway point, we have got the lovely Artemis Onyx Nova here with me once again as my co-interviewer and Discord team Monarch. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, so these folks did not participate in the preseason, but are currently sitting in stage 1 with a record of 1-3 with a -5 map differential. But if you have been part of the Tranquility community long enough, you know that don't mean jack crap. They can turn it around in stage 2 and find a really good seeding in the playoffs after that. So we'll keep our heads high waiting for them to get there. But as we go ahead and get started this evening, gentlemen, starting with Storm and working your way down, please give me your name, your position on the team, and your favorite character skin.
Okay, so as you said, name is Storm. I am the DPS and relatively recent captain. And favorite skin, I'm going to say the Mercy All-Star skin, the purple one. Because, like, one of my, on my account, I have pretty much every skin as an Overwatch League skin. That's the only one I have that isn't a specific team. So I gotta say it's my favorite.
Yeah, very nice.
It's a really nice skin.
All right, Dank Monkey.
Alright, hello, I am Dank Monkey. I'm currently a support player for Monarch, but maybe possibly transitioning. Not 100% sure. I would have to say that my favorite skin in Overwatch is probably the Houston Outlaws Orisa skin. Just because my friends that got me into Overwatch when all the Overwatch, like the OWL skins released, when we got those 100 free points, they were like, hey, Houston Outlaw skins look super cool. We should all get this one. And Orisa was the person I was playing at the time, so it's got a little bit of sentimental value to me.
Aw, that's cool. I pretty much pick skins based on how they looked for that particular hero. So, because I don't have friends.
I'm
your
friend,
Jack.
Oh, thank you.
Aww.
All right.
Wait, what does
Hanzuki.
that make me?
Well, you're the wife, so that doesn't count.
Damn.
It's
Good.
okay. You can come and give me a kiss, Jack.
Aw. All right, Hanzuki.
All right, I'm Hanzuki. I play DPS, mainly hit skin, and my go-to skin is probably either the Widow Noir or the Widow Nova skin.
Those both are some incredible skins for sure. Bravery.
Definitely.
Me. So I'm Bravery. I'm the main tank for the team. Most particularly the Reinhardt main. But anyway, my favorite skin. I had a hard time choosing this one because I have a few characters I really like, but the one I always fall back onto is probably the brass skin for Reinhardt because I always make the joke that all I get is gold medals.
Oh man, that's good. See, personally, I like the Blackheart skin because instead of hammering down, you're just chopping them all down. with that big old axe.
You know, I appreciate the Blackheart
It
skin,
is.
but I think my favorite Reinhardt skin is probably going to be the Griffheart.
Ooh, that's a good one too. So much history and lore attached to that one.
Yes.
All right, Psychon.
Hello, I am Psychon. I am the resident, at least medium Lucio bot.
Well,
my,
see, you would
my
fit in
favorite.
really well. We just had a hard Lucio bot in a match a couple of weeks ago. So,
Hey, my people.
your people.
I love Lucio.
Actually, funny
Yeah,
enough, I'm pretty. No, it wasn't this match. I don't think it was this match with the Reminiscence and Frost. It was something in the Discord tier, I believe, though. So
It was
I'll have to...
Doodles.
Oh
was a
no,
match
it was
with
Harmony.
Doodles.
You're right. It was Doodles and their match. That was
Yep.
and they won.
And they had a hard Lucio bot. Yep.
They
It's because
won with a
Lucio.
hard Lucio
Because
bot.
Lucio's the best.
Yeah.
hey, don't
Because
mess with the
Lucio's the
bots.
best.
Hard Lucio
Yeah.
bot greater than hard Reaper bot. Hard Lucio bot. Currently looking for pickups, folks. So be sure to check that out. So, Psychon, go ahead and continue.
Yeah. I started life as a Lucio one trick. I do a lot more than that now, but Lucio is always my main. And my favorite skin is the one and only true Lucio skin, Jazzy.
Hell yeah.
I've said this before, and I will say it again. Lucio has many great skins, but they have to compete against Jazzy, so there's no contest.
I mean, it's the only one that has different music, and most of the time it annoys the heck out of people. So, you know, you get the twofer right there. Honestly, as someone who loves lots of different music, I have no idea how people don't like Jazzy, but obviously
He's
people
so
don't
good.
like jazz, you know?
Jazz.
You like jazz?
You like jazz? Obviously you don't. All right, and last but not least, Trippy.
Hey, I play, I want to say main support for the team, mostly Ana Bap. If I had to pick a particular favorite skin that I preferred most, I definitely enjoy Ana's Snow Owl skin because it's just a classic favorite of mine for Ana. And, well, like the talons on her feet, the feathers, above her eyes, the big Google owl eyes. You know, it's just always been one of
I
my.
love that skin.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
my
one.
favorite.
It is a good skin.
Yeah, see, I honestly don't have a choice because if a certain character has any kind of pirate skin, I automatically have to go with it because
That's true.
That's what I got to do. I just don't have a choice in that matter. So
Plus she has
thank you so
Bastion
much,
needs a
folks.
pirate ship skin.
Exactly.
They'll
that-
revoke your captain
You
license
know what?
if
You know what?
don't.
Fourth
All I
air
gotta
is pretty
say
good, too.
is Blizzard messed up on his Dragonfire skin. I don't think that's what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it because
For the Lunar New Year.
the fact that the dragon covers his butt and not his cannon is a huge issue to me. It's such a big issue to me. I'm like, literally, dragons breathe fire, and it's not out of their butts, folks. It's not out of their butts. So what the heck is going on here?
Maybe Bastion just shoots out of his ass.
All right. So, of course, although we have 6 of you here tonight, we know that most teams consist of many more, as does yours. So, Storm, who are we missing from your team tonight?
We have 2 people who I'm sure would love to be here but cannot for various reasons. We have Mosaic, who is a pretty long time member of this team as well. He has been doing a lot of tank, but recently kind of maybe making a transition to DPS. But anyway, and when I say recently, I mean very recently. Anyway, and then we are also missing somebody who has 8 different names. I don't even know which one I'm supposed to use right now. I'm gonna call him Tap, and he is our off tank extraordinaire. So when he listens back to this, know I spoke nicely about you.
For now, it's only we're still only in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, there's
The
plenty of
extraordinarily
room to
bad
turn
off
that
take. I'm
around.
just kidding.
Yeah, well, we're betting on viewer retention.
All right. So now that we got those intros out of the way, let's go ahead and start up those questions.
So, do y'all want to go ahead and give me a history of the team, like how you got started, where you came from?
This is where we
yeah.
all look at Psychon.
Yeah, we throw this.
Okay, I was gonna ask, you want me to take this one?
Yes, 100%.
So I am the resident ancient one of Monarch. Monarch has been around for several years, and of like the original group, it's probably just me and Mosaic. Just for various reasons, people ranking up, doing other things than Overwatch. We got started out of OCC Scrims, a group that our glorious Captain Jack here helped found.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of got invited by, someone I knew, met in gold, grinded out of gold with, to join the server, and I got matched into Monarch. Just they needed people. It was like the first Monarch Reformation. I think they had existed as a team before that, but basically no one but me and Mosaic, who joined a couple days later, and the new hires after that point were around. So we've been playing together for several years now. Mosaic and I have been with the team pretty much the whole way. We picked up Brave after that, and a couple months down the line. And we started picking up everyone we got now as we went on. Dank started out as my rival Lucio player. We would have glorious dogfights in the sky, not contributing to our team at all. No, but he's part of the crew now, and we've moved on and we've joined Tranquility because we wanted to do things, and things
Wow.
aren't really happening back where we came from. So
Yeah.
it's
Sounds like you guys are
we've stuck
pretty-
together for a long time. We're a good group of friends at this point, and we've been Monarch the whole way through. Other teams have changed their names, but we just for whatever reason just kept ours and kept on
Stick to
trucking.
the tried and true.
Yeah.
So kind of tying back into that, why did you guys choose the name Monarch? Where did that come from?
To be honest, I couldn't tell you. Monarch was Monarch when I joined, and Mosaic and me just wrote it all the way.
I think I actually knew a little bit about that one. I think I remember
Brave was in
hearing-
the server before us. He just wasn't part of Monarch at the time.
I think who I originally heard it from was, I think, Sick Foch was one of the original captains, and the joke always went around that Monarch was supposed to be like, kind of like Kingly and stuff, but I think it was representing of the Monarch butterfly, and Monarch butterflies are toxic. So I said,
wow.
so that was the running joke.
That was a joke, yeah.
But in terms of,
go ahead.
Yeah. Monarch's always been Monarch for pretty much as long as any of us have been here. So
I mean, if you're looking for toxicity, I mean, you're in Overwatch, so
it's
You
true.
don't have to-
I mean, how much
Yeah,
further you
that's
gotta
a good
go?
start.
Oh, goodness gracious! All right, so next question we got here for our GM and captain. Who would you say this season is your most improved player?
One of the ones who isn't here, and so that's not fortunate. But I would say right now, I would say Mosaic, because he's the only one who's right now switching roles.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, I would say that the role switch has become, no offense against his previous play, an instant improvement.
Ooh.
So, right? Am I wrong?
Well,
Hey,
Mosaic
so-
is an awesome DPS player, so
Yeah, I think that's also kind of where he wanted to be anyway. He basically told me,
Yeah.
because he went to tank because there was a time when that's what we needed.
Yeah.
Before I was even here a while back, and then so he just filled that role. But now he's kind of going back to, I guess, more of his bread and butter, and it's showing.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was a DPS way back in the day for us when he first joined. So it's back to his old role for him.
Nice.
But it's been like a year and a half since then. So
yeah,
Got to get warmed up just a little bit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How about you, Dank? Do you got any others that you got your eye on?
I don't know. I think that I would have to give my most improved to Trippy, honestly. I've seen
Aw.
this man, just with just the little bit of coaching that we've had, go from a team with zero coaching, who he primarily was playing a lot of Mercy, and like Trippy was a good friend of mine before, but honestly, like hadn't really noticed, like he didn't stand out from the team, but now his bat play has gotten so good with just a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
coaching, and it's fantastic. Like I love watching him improve.
Gotcha.
His
Well, I
bat's
appreciate
real
that.
strong.
Ooh.
I
mean,
appreciate that too. Like,
yeah, I mean, BAP is just a better Soldier 76. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't
and I
at me,
love playing
folks.
soldiers.
Don't
Yeah.
at me. And I know this for a fact because in a recent match, it was me as Soldier against a BAP, and I lost. So it's facts
Dude,
now to
that
me.
self
I'm
heal with
now
the headshots. Oh man.
self
Yeah.
heal immortality, like, and still can do the tribers, like. It's done.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. So next question I got opens it up now to the whole team, as will the rest of these. So, starting with Storm and working your way down, uh, we come to the roles that we do on our teams to, either fill a spot that needs to be filled. It's something. It's a role that draws us in, that makes us excited to play the game. So, what drew you to the role that you play on Monarch?
So my first real exposure to competitive Overwatch was the first World Cup in 2016. And so I was watching people like Eska and Siegel and Shadowburn and all these like legends on their roles, and I was like, yo, these guys are great. I want to be like these guys. But then I got the game and I couldn't aim. So because Overwatch is my first FPS I bought a PC basically for this game. So I had like no sense of aim. So I went to tank instead, and because I was like, hey, you don't really need, no offense, a lot of aim to be like Reinhardt. So I just like started swinging things. And the longer, I'm sorry, Brave. And the longer that, the longer it went, season 1 of the Overwatch League, I'm watching people like Sabiolbi and Pine and Linkser and all these other guys. I'm like, dude, I just really want to do that. So I basically said, screw it, I'm gonna start grinding DPS, and then I got aim, and I'm just most comfortable with that now. So.
All right, Dank Monkey.
So when I first started, I started on my buddy's laptop on day one. I was super excited for the game, but I didn't have a computer that could run it. So I was playing on his laptop with an Xbox 360 controller, and I was like, all right, who can I play that I don't have to aim with, because I kind of suck at aiming. I'm like, this Lucio dude, he does stuff without hitting anybody, so that seems good. And I was on controller, so I was decent with the movement, and kind of started liking him. And same with Storm, watching all of the OWO players, but I was more attracted to Moth and Slime, and just watching. I mean, granted, I started watching that a little bit later, but they were just dunking on people, and I'm like, ooh, I can do that. I can do some of that stuff. So I really started picking up Lucio a lot and started transitioning out more into support. The first time I joined a team, I was actually playing as a tank player and really enjoyed it. Started getting really into tank team play and wanted to transition into that, but then a team needed support, and I'm like, okay, so I'll just play support. Started getting back into support, and then I've just been support for team since, unfortunately. But I'm trying to transition to tank. Storm's just not letting me.
I mean, I haven't said no.
You said,
but it's not yes.
It's more of a not yet.
Say, and I can definitely understand that if you already have one player transitioning, you don't want to try to have everyone transitioning at the same time if they want to play different roles. Although, if you speak to teams like Gomel or Boop, who literally have composition generators that decide which roles they're going to play for every match.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wow.
I love it.
I guess it
Hold
really
on.
doesn't
I have an
matter.
idea. Hold on, I have an idea for next practice.
So,
Oh, no.
so to each their
No,
own.
look,
as
Dank,
to
whatever
Coach
you do,
is
don't
not
make
gonna
me
be
play
happy with
tank.
that.
Whatever you do, don't make me play tank.
Oh, jeez. All right, Hanzuki, how about you?
All right. So when Overwatch first came out, I was on console, and I wanted nothing to do with it because I didn't want to have to play online with other people all the time. So finally, they had a free weekend, and I decided to try it out. And I still hated the idea of playing with other people. So I kind of picked up Widowmaker because I could kind of be in the back and do my own thing. And I really loved it. But aiming on console is like shooting with your eyes closed. So I went and bought a PC, and I put together a pretty nice rig, and I got Overwatch on PC, and that's when I found that, you know, not only was Widowmaker awesome, but, you know, I could pick up Kree or any of the other DPS and just get in there and wreak havoc. And I just like clicking heads, so it was natural for me to just stay with TPS.
All right, Bravery.
So, I started on console. Actually, when I first started playing Overwatch, I think I first started playing about season 2. I floated in basically every role I could at that point. I didn't really have a set spot or a home yet. It's actually where I met Dev, Trippy.
Yeah.
And me and him played a lot of Overwatch together around that time, and with a couple of other friends. And you know, I was always like pretty good at tank. At that time, I think I never really left gold. But I think I made like mid high platinum at some point, and at that point I wanted to play more PC because I wanted to get, because I think I actually saw an advertisement on Facebook once regarding like the team play, and I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to get a PC and do that more. And yeah, I started out in the other server that you started, Jack, and I started out in the Silver League, and that's, I think when Silver League happened, one of the people over there, one of the higher like ranking people in the SR pointed me toward tank and said, "Stay on tank," because I didn't really have a home yet, and that's kind of where it happened. I mean, I just got a little light coaching from that, and behold, now lo and behold, I'm the Reinhardt main that everyone loves, and then kind of just stayed on main tank from that point, and then expanded on that and played more tanks, and then just kind of slowly started building up more and more and more upon that, and never really left at that point. So, and Reinhardt's always been my favorite character. I just like swinging.
Yep. I mean, honestly, who doesn't love swinging? Honestly.
Honestly. So, no, it was really cool, and yeah, I just kept climbing from that point, and soon now I'm just kind of where I'm at. It's hard stuck high plat, and
I feel that. I feel that.
I touched 2900, never leave, and you know, just kind of go from there.
Yep. I think my highest is like 3004 right now, and now I'm back in gold. So, well, I mean, I guess that was an open queue, so I'm a big flex player. So, if I ever make a single roll to diamond, I'll probably pee myself. Just saying.
I'm still waiting for the day to happen.
Enjoy the visual there, folks. All right. So,
Oh my God.
How about you?
Well, I've had a long history with gaming. I grew up with video games. My dad was a very early video game guy, played Doom and all that. So I grew up with a lot of the great shooters. You know, the ones that everyone remembers, like Halo and Modern Warfare and all that. And I played a lot of those at the time, but I really moved away from shooters over the years. And when Overwatch came around, I had not played a shooter in ages. I played a lot of RPGs, a lot of fighting games. I like things that are very mechanically challenging and require tons of practice and stuff. Right now I'm no lifing DMC5 because I've finally gotten around to playing that, and you know, getting all the cancels and crazy combos and all that stuff going. So
that's
kind of,
for anyone that doesn't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like the sort of game that I enjoy. But I had a group of friends who pestered me. Overwatch was free. They wanted to try it. Well, I joined them, and I said, "Yeah, sure." It was a free weekend or something. It was pretty early on in Overwatch's lifespan, and I thought, well, I'll play Genji because he's got a sword and everything, and hey, that's kind of what I've been doing. So I played a little bit of Genji. I was okay, but like low gold probably. I don't think I even did comp at the time. But for just starting out, I hadn't played a shooter in a while, but I kind of knew what I was doing. And then right at that same time, DSP Stanky released a certain video. And if you were around back then, and that kind of blew up. And it was him going around and obliterating people with Lucio, with some like really crazy wall rides. And I thought, holy shit, that looks really cool. I want to do that. Looks fun and it looks difficult. I want to do that. And so of course, I got Overwatch around this time, and I bought the game fully, and I just would sit in different maps, like learning to start my trip to defying gravity once and for all. And I'd spend hours just trying. Like, first it was like memorize a little bit of a sequence, to get from point A to point B.
Yep.
And then it started getting more like free form, and then I was just flying, and I'm like, wow, this is really fun. And so I started doing comp. I placed mid gold. All my friends who got me into the game ditched me. I mean, we're still friends and all, but they didn't want to play Overwatch anymore. They lost interest really fast. So I kept playing comp, and I ran into ragtag bunch of misfits that I meet up with, and we 6-stacked right out of gold and into high plat in season 3.
Oh wow.
And we kind of had no life Overwatch for a while, and so we were all a little bit sick of it, and we played a little less. But 2 of them ended up being some of the very early members of that other server, and then one of them invited me in, and I thought, hey, that sounds fun, because I don't really like playing Overwatch solo is fine and all, but it gets old.
Yes.
Playing Overwatch with friends, now that's fun. You can do that forever. And so I ended up on Monarch, and that's kind of the way it went. Like I said, started as a Lucio one-trick, branched out. I play a lot of supports mostly. I can do a decent job of like being a gold DPS bot, but tank I'm allergic to.
I've never
I don't know.
seen this man play. I just want to say that I've never seen this man play Mercy.
I can
have,
appreciate the Lucio
but
one
I
trick.
absolutely have to.
I've actually never
just,
seen him play Mercy either.
I think, well, because when I have to, it's when you're not around, Trippy, because your Mercy's 10 times better than I am.
See, I think I did see it once, and there's a reason it was once.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just like I tell people, you can play Mercy, and people say Mercy is easy to play, but there's a difference between playing Mercy and playing Mercy well.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way.
There's a lot of
Let's put it this way. There's a reason there's a gap in my hero pool, and that's because the person I 6-stacked out of gold with when I was first learning all the characters ended up taking their Mercy to 4,200.
Holy goodness.
Oh man, okay.
So they were
Yeah.
Damn.
So when there was a Mercy needed, it wasn't me.
That's like Frank. You guys know.
That's like the story of my career. When someone needs a Mercy, there's someone else in the room who's got it.
Yep, somebody else better do it, because they ain't gonna be me.
I think Mercy players are crazy.
Yeah.
They're like the biggest target on the battlefield. Everybody's like kills
Yeah.
them.
They really are.
Honestly,
They really
the difference between basic Mercy players and really good Mercy players is e-girl jumping. Like,
Oh, freaking Mercy wiggle.
You're not lying.
yeah, e-girl jumping, the Mercy wiggle, all those strats that you come up with to
Yep.
just make
They're
yourself
so
the
good.
hardest target to hit. Like, that's
I cannot do any of them.
Yeah, I can't either, and that's why I don't play Mercy.
Me neither. I can sort of do the
Someone
jump.
call
I
the
can
ambulance.
sort of do the jump, but it's not consistent enough.
Yeah.
I can't do it either.
All right, Trippy. How about you? What drew you to the role you play for Monarch?
Well, whenever I first started playing, like Harry mentioned earlier, that was where we met up. I started playing about season 2, and well, I was actually hardcore playing tank right before I bought my PC and started playing on there, and I was around Diamond on console. Lots of fun times back then, but yeah, I had basically a team of friends, and we just all queued up for comp together every evening whenever I would get home from work. And whenever I got my PC, a lot of the people stopped playing as much, and I hit Harry up because he had told me he was building a PC, and then that was when he told me about OCC, and I was one of the original members of Game of Thrones. I had a lot of time on Lucio back then, so Lucio Ryan was like my first two that I played whenever I moved to PC, and because I was still adjusting the mouse and keyboard. And, through those days, and it eventually Game of Thrones became a gold team, and then my ranking on another account got higher, and one day I hit up Maternal, and I was like, I was thinking about asking Harry if they needed a support, and he's like, "Let me see your stats," and then he's like, "Guys, say goodbye to Trippy." And then I'm like, I've got my fingers crossed that Harry's like, "Yeah, you can join up with us," and I was like,
nice.
I was hell yeah whenever I got the yes, and I've been on here ever since.
Nice.
Yep, he's part of the crew.
Well, it seems like you all have traveled quite a ways, some of you, to be able to get here. So, lots of great story arcs here in Monarch, folks. So, let's go ahead and continue with our next round of questioning there, Artemis.
So this is open to the whole team. Who do you guys think are the parents of your team?
I don't know.
I want
We need a lot
someone
of
else
thought
to
on that.
answer this. I think I really want Brave to answer this, honestly.
I'd say Brave's the mom of the team, and Storm's the dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still call mascot. Does that make me Baby Boo or what?
Yeah, dude. You're being
Obviously.
Storm's abomination, dude.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
And so why would you say that?
Like, what
that's
makes
not-
them the parents of the team?
Yeah.
Well, Storm's like the I'm in charge, not necessarily the I'm in charge.
Wow.
I'm in charge, Dad.
No. If there's a post in the Discord about upcoming practices or this is happening, like if you look back at the one for this interview coming up, it's Storm. He's like, everybody, this is coming up. Get yourselves ready. This is how it is. And then Brave chimes in with something cute.
Don't forget to drink your water today, kids.
Exactly.
That basically kind of goes like Storm will usually be the one that goes in and corrals everybody and says, "Hey, this is what's going on. Let's get this done." And then I come up and go, "All right, let's have fun." Like that.
The best thing is it transitions into our games too, because we can be like doing something and Storm will have an idea and all right, say on Iker one, it's like, all right, we're gonna push through the castle and go up the staircase. And Brave is like, what do you mean? I'm already up the staircase. Come on. Like it's always dumb, but it's always fantastic with him.
Like you will never hear a higher pitched scream from a Rhine main than when something happens to Brave.
It's especially classic when his mic's cutting out and you hear, "Ah!"
Oh my god.
No, that's probably one of her favorite moments. Is if I'm not screaming, you might have to check something out because you might have to see if Brave's okay. But that's usually I don't usually ask for healing. It's usually followed by screaming and then ask for healing.
Oh,
This is true.
If he survives to the end of his scream, he usually has the healing already. Honestly.
Health bars is a wonderful option.
all right.
I mean,
So next question, we've got who is the secret friend of your team? So meaning like somebody who seems very kind of standoffish or in a bad mood, but is very sweet to those who know them.
I don't want to say my first thought because then he'll give me crap for saying it.
I mean that's I don't know if I forgot to mention, but we're here to spill all the tea, so go right ahead.
I'm like, well, once again, he's not here, but I kind of want to say the guy Tap slash Milk Lover. Like he rolled,
Yeah.
like right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, probably. That's kind of who I was.
Yeah.
Whenever I first met Tep, I didn't know how to take him because he'd give me shit that I was playing Escape from Tarkov, and I'm just like, whoa, have you never played Tarkov?
Every single day. All day, like, oh, I'm gonna go play Tarkov. Oh, I'm gonna go play Tarkov. Dude, he's the nicest kid in the world. I've been on so many teams with this dude, and like he can be an asshole in game, but as soon as he's out of game, he is seriously the nicest kid.
He's like your best friend.
Nice.
Oh no, I don't know if I've ever deserved Milk Lover's laugh or wrath, but again, I don't do anything. Nobody yells at the mom.
Because if you yell at mom, then you're gonna get dad's wrath, and you don't
That's
want that.
right.
Well, he yells at dad, so.
All right. So final question for this section. Going down the list one more time, starting with Storm. What are your personal goals as a player, and what do you believe your team goals are for season 6?
I'd say personal goals are really just continuing to build on a team chemistry that we, because like, well, we have a good chemistry, but more just playing in a team environment, because I personally came from pretty much solo queuing ladder for a long time.
Okay.
And then I was like, you know what, team. And so I joined a team and it fell apart. So then, which is an OCC, that's a whole other story. So anyway, then I came over here. And yeah, so and I think I don't know, I feel like we're doing pretty well with that, and I just want to keep building on that. And then as a team, honestly, kind of the same type of thing, because like when we're clicking, like honestly, it's kind of hard to beat us. It feels like based off our scrims and our practices, but it's just that we need to get more consistent with when we're clicking. So I think we're building that now, and I think we'll do pretty well.
Yeah.
How about you, Dink?
I'm pretty new to this team, so I would say personally, my goals for this team are to help the team. Honestly, like I've kind of bounced around teams a lot lately and been trying to find my spot. And I kind of feel like I've found my spot with this team, which is really good. And so my goals now are just to improve. Like I've been kind of stuck at that high gold, low plat level for a while now, and I'm kind of tired of it. So I'm just trying to get better at this point. And now with how our team is going, like we're starting to get the coaching, and I joined this team because they're all buddies of mine. Like I knew Brave before, I knew Trippy, I had met Hanzuki a couple times. Like I knew who Saikon was. I didn't know Hanzuki a whole lot, but I knew of him. I knew he was good. Yeah, I knew he was a good DPS player. But I'm just trying to help this team improve. At the point, I've always said that I have the brain for the game, but not the aim. Like I understand why these top tier players do the things that they do, and why I should do these things. I just don't do them.
Yep.
I don't really know why. I just don't do it.
Who wants to be pro when you can just play the game how you want to play?
It's too much fun to just jump off a wall and feed my brains out.
Exactly.
But you know,
Easy day.
it's not always productive.
All right, Hanzuki.
Well, my personal goal is to get my character up to diamond. That's been a struggle. I hit it in open queue, but I haven't been able to do it in roll queue yet. So I just spent 4 seasons in gold, I think, after being like 2,800 high plat.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty much where I've been the last couple of seasons too. So I feel that the teetering on the plat gold line. Ugh.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get back up there. I'm back up to like 2,600 after sitting at like 2,100 season 19, I think.
Nice.
Ooh. Anyways, but as far as the team goes, so I'm gonna echo what everybody else is saying, and that I mentioned before I kind of have this lone wolf mentality, and I just need to get rid of that and really help the team and help myself push us all together forward and start bringing home the W's for us. So it's kind of my plan. Yep.
All right, bravery.
Personal goals of mine. Bottom line, I really like to get better. Obviously, like I was talking about earlier, like I had been floating just at the high plat level for a long time, and I just been wanting to at least at least kiss Diamond at least once, and just kind of build myself up and improve with my tank play, and do everything I can to get to that point for my personal goals. It honestly, and just become better overall in that sense. I know I have a lot of the. I feel like I have a lot of the skill and a lot of mentality for it. I'm also just super lazy at it, so I just probably just need to get a little more proactive. I mean, most of the times I play Overwatches. Really, when it comes down to practicing and with these guys, that's when that's my prime time to play. So I need to get more active into it and actually practice a little harder for that. Team goals, it really does come down to an echo at that point. Like what everyone else says, I know that I just need to improve upon myself, and one of the things I need to do is, kind of ties back into my personal, where I need to be on more, I need to practice more, I need to get that, bring myself up and have myself be more practiced and warmed up to, perform better for these guys, because I'm their front line, I'm the shield. So I need to build myself up and get better, and I feel like I click with a lot of everybody here. I've never really had issues with anybody on the team before, and just being captain and co-captain a few times for the team, that's always been the goal. It's just building everybody up, building with everybody, and being that shield in front line for them.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. You're
All
welcome.
right, Cyclone.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh no. He redded it right into the back line.
He read it into the ether.
Come back.
I'm not my computer. What?
There we
Did
go.
I just
Looks like we pulled you back. Oh, so close.
All right. I'm up next then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, for me, I guess I'm kind of the outlier on this team. I'm the guy who hit Diamond, like really early on. I think it was like season 4, 5. When I was first really going at the game, and I decided I didn't really like it. And I just haven't really I crossed the border, and then I was just like, this isn't very fun. It's partly because I was playing alone, and Diamond solo queue has always been kind of a shit show. But I as far as my Overwatch rank, I don't really care about it anymore. I want to work on team play. I feel like just playing comp it's not really that entertaining anymore for me. It kind of got old. But playing, in scrims in a competitive environment, that's kind of where I've been focusing a lot of my efforts. And like a bunch of other people have said, I started off, I did do a lot of 6 stacking early on, but I mean, it was like an informal 6 stack. It's not like we had coaching or anything. We were just playing together, and because we worked well together and we communicated, and it's that bare level of communication combined with a level of mechanical skill that and familiarity with each other that can get you up through gold. But I don't know. At this point, I'm really happy with where I am on Lucio. Which is what I play 90% of the time, because Lucio is just eternally a decent pick, except for a few dark days in the meta. I'm pretty happy with where I am on Lucio. I mean, Jack, you've seen me play even a year ago. I was perfectly happy with what I was able to do. When you can go anywhere, just as long as you think to go there, and you don't even have to think about the way get there, you can be watching and shooting other people while you're doing it. I mean, I have like 400 hours on Lucio on my account, and I've probably spent 100 more just sitting in custom games practicing the really tricky things, like the getting up out from under a ledge if you've got a overhang above you and you got to jump out around and then catch on to the outside of it. That is hard as hell.
Hey, stop giving away our strats of hiding under bridges.
That's amazing.
Uh,
I've spent tons of time practicing that, and I'm just kind of like, I'm out of that phase, and what I want to do now is like refine my call outs, refine my game knowledge so that I'm where I need to be for everyone else. Rather than just kind of like dogfighting a Farah in the sky above King's Row, which I have been known to do, unfortunately.
Honestly,
still fun
you are going to be right at home here, because if you go back to season 5, what team was it? Tempo? No, Requiem. Oh my gosh, Bleach on Requiem was literally punching Farahs out of the sky, left, right, and center.
I have a reputation for that. Yes.
So
I
you
am
are gonna
known.
be right at home. We got plenty of Reddit Lucios around here.
I have a tag in our actual server that is just anti-air frog because of how many times I've punched Farah, Echo, and Mercy out of the sky.
Wait.
And it's always
Oh
got
my
to be a
God.
punch. You have to
always
have
a
the
punch.
style points. You can't
Exactly.
finish it off any other way.
Yeah, it's like
You
Tony
gotta
Hawk Pro
show that
Skater. If you
dominance
don't
on 'em.
finish it off with the punch, you don't get the extra points.
Yeah.
And you yell at me for punching people.
Yeah, because you're not nearly as skilled as Psychon is.
No. No.
Punch them.
There's a
because
difference
they have
between
180.
400 hours of play and you're up to like what, maybe 30-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
also
can suggest some training plans for you.
yeah, I'm also a filthy Lucio one trick, so
All right.
Lucio is so fun.
We've got 2 Lucio one tricks on the team,
I
so
love Lucio.
what's up? We got you.
All right, and Trippy, what are your goals for this season, and what do you feel the team is looking to accomplish this season as well?
Well, overall, I mean, I assume that we're all just looking to improve. But I mean, as far as personal goals go, I want to say I want to climb my SR back up. I've dropped down a little bit. I feel like I've been on the same boat with Hanzuki. Like I was at 2789. I held plat for a good while, and I've just dropped in the gold the last few seasons. I don't know. As far as that goes, that's just for me to try to do, and as well, I'd like to try to get back to where I was, if not climb higher. See what improvement that I can make. I feel like ultimately, though, my goal is still just to improve with the team. Which I feel like has been happening a lot here lately with the coaching. I feel like really I need to work on some positioning stuff. These are just personal goals with the team, and yeah, because as the main support, it's a struggle because I'm always getting fucking focused on.
Yep.
Anytime there's a dive, oh man, hey, I'm right here. Come at me.
Exactly.
Not even.
You're the worm poking out of the dirt that the bird's getting ready to swoop down on. So
Like
Yeah,
we're and I do kind of just echo one quick thing that he said for the team too. We recently got a coach to be helping us, and I'm not going to be doing any name dropping right now because I want to keep it a little bit mysterious. But I am 100% confident he is the most successful, best resume coach in this entire server.
I don't know. Ragnarok has Natter.
I know they do.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh.
Shit. Okay. So
Dang.
no
All
name drops
right.
from Monarch
We-
until they get to the finals, folks. So just be
Monarch has the Monarch curse has kind of been just a running joke of the team for literally as long as I've been on it. We have tried to work out a coaching situation so many different ways, and it lasts like a week every time. This
Until now.
as this season started is the first time in over 2 years we have had a consistent coach for anything.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
Our week 1 opponents. I don't remember exactly the timeline. Either you saw us with no coach, or
No
our
coach.
first
Yeah.
Week 1.
or our
No.
first session of VOD review. I'm pretty sure it was no coach.
Week 1 was no
So,
coach. Yeah.
We haven't
Yep.
had one very long, and the improvements are coming quick.
They really are.
Yeah.
And again, I would say I know that the season did not start as we would have hoped per se. And I know if you look on paper, you're gonna be like, who are these guys? What are they doing here?
Yep.
There's a big adjustment that we're making because we're used to the old server, which was you can kind of just mechanically roll other people and you're fine. We're kind of used to that. So here we're in a different situation, and so there's a little bit of growing pains. But I am 100% confident in saying that if we right now played ourselves week 1, we would 4-0 us. Like we're
Yeah,
making massive
easy.
improvements quickly, and I do think we're gonna start seeing some differences here real quick.
That's
I
great.
love the
And
confidence.
yeah, and I mean that's kind of what this server is all about too. Like, and that's something that I've kind of noted on as I've seen people come from the OCC server is that you're used to facing off, being the big fish in the small pond, and then you just dive into tranquility, which is a completely different animal whatsoever. Like you're still playing against people that are your rank. Like you're not really changing much of that, but
Oh, I
like
mean,
these
how many?
folks are grinding the Kovacs over and over and over. Like some of these teams are really looking for that dub. So
How many
Yeah.
are originally from OCC? Us, Lotus, Frost.
Actually, I didn't know about Lotus.
Game
So
of-
you,
Yeah,
Lotus, Game of
Lotus.
Throws, Void, wait.
Lotus is actually a team that I started,
Oh.
and I got in a bit of a dispute with one of our supports. I ended up leaving, and that's when I came to Monarch. So ever since I've
Rip.
come to Monarch, it's
It
starting to improve.
happens. Sometimes
So,
that cohesion is always important on the team. So
And is
I
now the
mean-
time to point out we're higher in the standings than Lotus?
Oh jeez.
No, I mean the bane of
a
our
lot,
existence.
but it's there.
The bane of our
Oh
existence
my
for so long
goodness.
has been those games where you play them, and even when the match is over, you really just don't know what you could have done or what you should have done.
Gotcha.
And now
you do.
because we're like pushing the limits of we try and we emulate other teams. We try and emulate strategies we've seen in general, but it really, like, the difference is massive when you have someone to look over and be like, no, you specifically did this wrong.
Yep.
Or you're looking at this but you're not seeing the whole picture, you're focusing on the wrong thing, that sort of thing, and that's a huge help.
Oh yeah, it definitely makes a huge difference when you have that outside perspective. All right, so we're running a little low on time, so we're going to try to speed this next section up. We're going to head into our word association. So myself or Artemis will say a word, and then once we say that word, you will say the first word that comes straight into your noggin. And since we're stuck on time, you won't get to explain yourself, so I hope you make them really interesting words that people are going to be like, huh? So... So first one we're going to start off with, we actually have talked about them quite a bit, previous GM of Monarch, Mosaic. So starting with Storm, work your way down.
Legend.
311.
Goats.
Bravery.
Captain. Old captain,
the ancient one with me.
The Commando Genji.
All right. You got the next one there, Artemis.
Yeah, sorry. Reminiscence.
Starting again with Storm.
About to lose a game.
Ooh. This is what we live for, folks.
Omegalo?
Oh, Hanzuki.
I don't know why, but gold was the first thing I thought of.
Interesting.
Pickles.
What? All right, we ain't got time, Psycho.
I'll take it.
Me, Clever, and Mosaic is the first thing I thought of.
Okay.
That's the old Monarch, like 3.
All right, and Trippy.
Yeah. I'm gonna just say, that's my answer.
All right.
Okay, next up we have Ragnarok.
Hopefully, at the end of the year, they'll be the number 2 team in Discord.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's some big shoes. That's
I
some
know.
big
I'm
shoes
kind of
right there.
regretting saying that, but I did. So
Thor.
All right.
Or Final Fantasy was my first thought.
Damn, Avengers was mine.
Destruction.
A fun time.
All right. And Trippy.
Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Ragnarok.
All right. And this season we have added a lot of new teams, not only from OCC, but from many organizations or just newly created teams this season, because there are just so many people that want to be a part of our tournament. And so we thought a good thing to do this year, or this season rather, would be to get people's thoughts on that. So as your last word for this section, tranquility.
fantastic.
Embrace.
Glad I'm here, Ken.
I'm looking forward to it.
Peace will be upon you.
I mean, we are looking to adopt the new is it Transcendamari? What is it called? The
I love it.
Zenyatta one?
Want it? Yes, please.
The Pachiata, something like that? I don't know.
No, I think it is Transcendent or Tranquilamari.
Transcendamari, something like that. I don't know. It's just amazing and probably going to be part of our next logo. I'm just saying. it's just so cute. It's so cute, folks. All
Yes.
right.
Pachamari supremacy.
Exactly. If you're not playing the Pachamari event, you're like, first off, why the heck are you playing Overwatch if you're not in love with Pachamari? Second off, Pachamari Roadhog skin is now the best skin in the game. Don't at me. All right. All right. So that's going to bring us to the end of our night, where we always play right here at the BeatDrop server kick trivia. And folks, we'll go through it one more time like we do every time, because we know new folks always come in every week. So here are the rules. Players are pitted against one another in a trivia-style game where they must buzz in using their name to answer. Since Dank Monkey's got the only really long name in here, you can just say Dank. That's okay. Players will have 15 seconds to buzz in, and if not, we have ways of making you talk. Which really means that we'll just choose somebody. And if the person buzzing in or chosen answers correctly, they get to choose who gets kicked out of the server. As always, you can't kick myself or Artemis because we're in charge, so nay, boo-boo. And you can't kick yourself out because, no, earn your spot here. Send somebody else out here. You knew the answer. All right. But obviously, you can circumvent that rule by just getting it wrong, and we will yeet you out of the server instead. Last player standing gets to help us close out the show and gets 30 seconds to a minute to talk about whatever they want. So you wanna tell all the dirty secrets of Monarch without your team knowing? There you go. I mean, it'll only be for like 3 days, and then you'll have to really have a will and testament in place. But other than that, you'll be able to do that. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Artemis, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
All right. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead and do, this is a voice line from a hero about a...
Sorry, we forgot to say what the subject was tonight.
Yes.
It is, again, voice lines and interactions, because we're lazy and there's plenty of them. So the interactions... Let me take a look to make sure that we've got them all down. Okay, so no map interactions tonight. So these are either
there are
heroes.
map interactions.
There is?
There's 2 on here, yes.
Oh, okay. So I
but
guess
actually
there are
one of them is one. Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. I'm wrong. So yeah, I see it now. So either we'll tell you ahead of time if it is a hero in a map. So the map triggers the hero voice line, or if it's an interaction between two heroes. Now that can be that they're in spawn talking to one another, or they're playing alongside one another, and one of them gets an elimination, so the other one makes a comment, or one hero eliminates another hero on the enemy team, and that's
Do
their
we
voice
need to
line.
know?
And we'll
do we
let
need-
you know what that is ahead of time. So,
Yeah.
all
Question.
right, that sums everything up. Go ahead and release the first voice line.
Wait, did somebody say they had a question, or
Oh,
am I just hearing things?
Real quick.
yep.
Do you have to know who they say it to?
Yes, you have
Yeah.
to know both characters.
Okay. We good? All right. So the first one is an interaction on a map from a hero. This place makes me sick.
Bravery.
Go ahead.
King's Row.
Who is the?
Tracer.
Say that again.
Tracer.
Ooh.
No, that's not right.
No.
Damn.
See, Tracer
Oh.
loves King's Row. It's just
Oh,
unfortunate
man.
about the things that happen in King's Row, but actually that's not it at all. What is the answer to that piece of trivia there?
That would be Junkrat on Numbani.
Yeah, that old junker.
Mm.
He and Torbjorn not a real fan of them Omnics. So any chance they
Mm.
get to take him out, they will do so. So,
Unlucky.
bravery, the front
Bye.
line. We
Man.
have to send you on your way in
That's my job. I take the first hit.
fashion. So let me go ahead and mute that. And any last words before we send you on your way?
That's all I got for you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all.
Alright,
in the chat.
well, Bravery, thank you so much for being here. And like all great Rhine mains, it looks like you have shifted yourself right out of the server.
Oh my God.
Oh, I always forget to mention, we prep these cute little lines for you that we say every time we kick you. So
I'm excited.
that's
I look
why
forward
it
to hearing
pays to
mine on
watch
Thursday.
before you sign up, folks. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Next one. All right, this should be a relatively easy one. This is between two heroes. They're on the same team with one another. Well, you take to this bad guy thing easily, don't you? And you sure know how to play the Boy Scout. 15 seconds. Well, you take... Psychon. Would you like me to repeat it one more
I'm
time
going to
for
admit
you?
I don't think I've ever heard this voice line before, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna guess because no one else was going to.
Okay.
McCree and Ash.
Ooh,
Oh,
that would be
goodness.
a good one, but actually,
I don't think I've ever
I
heard it.
mean, McCree's kind of a bad boy, so McCree definitely wouldn't be playing the Boy Scout. That's actually an interaction between Soldier and Reaper.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ah.
so
Soldier, but I wasn't
Soldier's
sure
the
if
Boy
it was Reaper or
Scout,
not.
and Reaper's the bad guy. I'm a bad guy. All right. Duh. All right. Psychon. That is
Well-
it for you, my friend. We have to send you.
Farewell, everyone. I'm gonna admit I never had a shot at winning this unless he kept giving me Lucio voice lines.
Yeah, that.
See you all later.
Them be the issues right there. We got to mix it up. So Psychon, thank you so much for being here. And as a Reddit Lucio legend,
Bye,
like
Captain.
all Reddit Lucios, you wall rode your way right out of the server and didn't even know it. Rip Froggy Boy. All right. Now let's go ahead and move on. What do we got next there, Artemis?
All right. We've got let's see. I feel like this one might be too easy, but we're gonna go with it anyway. This is between two heroes that are on the same team. I sometimes wonder if all that armor isn't slowing down your brain. Yeah, and I sometimes wonder if your height is why you're always in such a bad mood.
Storm.
Trippy.
Go ahead, Storm.
I'm not 100%, but that has to be Reinhardt and Torbjorn, right?
Yeah, you're
Ding,
correct.
ding.
Yes. Who wants out?
Me.
Wow,
I'm gonna-
Storm's at least nice enough to ask.
Apparently I'm the dad, so yeah, I gotta ask. Okay, so Hanzuki said me, so I'm going with him. I got you, brother.
All
Thanks, man.
right. Hanzuki,
So long, bro.
thanks for being here. We are gonna have to send you on your way. Any last words?
Nope. Have a good night.
Alrighty. Well, Hanzuki, just like your console days, you were shooting blind and you missed the mark. All right. And then there were 3. All right. So next one. All right. So this is between 2 heroes on the same team after one of them gets an elimination. I knew there was a reason I kept you around, and it wasn't for the sparkling conversation. 15 seconds.
Trippy. I'm just gonna make a
Ooh,
guess because
okay.
I don't know, but I kind of want to leave it down to these two anyway. So
Alright.
say Far Mercy.
No, that is not the case. So, thinking of characters that don't really talk a whole lot, that's
I
gotta
know.
be the dynamic Australian duo, Junkrat and Roadhog. When
Oh man, that was
Roadhog
a
gets
bad
a
guess.
kill, Junkrat pops out that voice line.
You know what?
So,
You are right. I think. Yeah.
so Trippy, thank you so much for being here tonight. We gotta let you go. Any last words?
Keep on keeping on. I'll see you.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you so much for being. Oops. Well, it
Trippy.
looks like they trippied right out of the server.
Oh my goodness.
They're not all bangers, folks. Get used to it.
Oh.
Always work.
All right, so man, GM and Captain, one able to answer and one staying quiet the whole time, which is very typical of how this usually turns out. It's one person that just stays under the radar the whole time, and then the other person ends up answering some of the questions. So. All right, so Artemis, it's up to you. You get to pick the last ones here.
All right. I think I've got it.
Okay.
So this is between 2 heroes. It's one killing the other. So it's I hated the sound of your voice. So it's this hero killing the other hero.
15 seconds.
Storm.
Ooh, Storm.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't really know, but the quiet one has to speak. So if I get it wrong, I'm forcing him to speak. I feel like that's something that Widowmaker would say.
To who?
Somebody.
Well, that's very specific. There are 31 other somebodies in the game.
I will say Brig. I think that's wrong, but I'm saying
Man, I'd say you were close, but you were so far away. Really, there was no closeness. And actually, Artemis wasn't paying attention because the previous answer would have actually been almost the same for this one. Because who is it, Artemis?
Yeah. It's Roadhog after killing an enemy Junkrat.
that makes sense.
The one time he speaks, he says, "I hate the sound of your voice." All right,
Yep.
Storm, you tried, you prevailed for a time, but now We got to
Try
send
so
you
hard.
on your way. Any last words?
I just want to thank you guys for doing this. I had a really good time and looking forward to it. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, we thank you so much for being here. And you may be the storm, but weathering it is another issue altogether. The dankest of monkeys, you
Oh my
have
goodness.
successfully completed server kick trivia without saying a single dang word.
100%
How does
win
it
rate.
feel?
100% win rate, dude. That's all. That's all. 100%.
Just doing that, doing those Doctor Strange techniques. That big old mind manipulation. You just get
Exactly.
everybody else to answer, and easy
I
days.
watched
So
all the possibilities, and I decided that shutting up was the perfect plan.
exactly, there you go. All right, well,
100%.
you can't shut up now because you gotta give us 30 seconds to a minute. You can shout out anything you want, socials. You want to talk trash. You want to boost up your team, whatever it is. Go ahead. The floor is all yours.
All right, I got a couple things I want to say. First off, Hanzuki, I know we had a lot of issues when I first got here. I'm glad that we didn't split ways, and I'm glad that you're really taking part to this team play thing. I also want to say, don't count us out of this season. We're beaten right now, but we're not down. We're not out. We're coming back with this coach.
All right.
And Lotus, we're coming for you. Expect it.
Hi.
All right. That all you got?
Yep, I think so.
Alrighty. Well, thank you
All
so much,
right.
Dank Monkey, and thank you so much to everyone on Team Monarch. As always, you can catch new episodes of the BeatDrop here every Tuesday and Thursday after the feature match over at twitch.tv/OW Tranquility. We will be right here waiting for you at youtube.com/OW Tranquility. Thank you so much to my wonderful co-interviewer, Artemis. I spend so much time with you, but I feel like we're creating such a new level of our relationship participating in these. Either that, or you're just getting more tired of my dad jokes. I'm not for certain which.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So for all of us here at
100%.
the BeatDrop, thank you so much for watching. My name's Captain Jack, and we'll see y'all next time.
Let's drop the beat.